Warahmatullahi Wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome back to Group 5's video. So, how are you guys? I hope all of you guys are healthy and happy everywhere you are. Today I would like to ask you, do you like cooking? Cooking is something that usually we do every day, especially for women, right? Yeah, cooking can be enjoyable activity if we like it. But there are some people lazy to cook or even afraid because they cannot make delicious food. To help them, people who cannot cook can see recipes. Recipes are very helpful. When we want to make delicious food, we need recipe because there are steps that can lead us to do it. Recipe is an example of procedure text. I forgot. Well, in this occasion, we would like to discuss about the several questions from the procedural text. Before that, procedural text is one type of text that must be understood by English learners in Indonesia. Have you learned this type of the text in your school or your college before? I'm sure most of students that like English lesson have been familiar with this kind of the text. So, before that, allow us to introduce ourselves. Ta-da!
Hello everyone, nice to see you. Let me introduce myself. My name is Feby Febriani and my ID number 21018015.
My name is Rati Putri Anggreani and my student ID is 210188025.
My name is Salsabila, name 21011828.
My name is Sari Aprilia with name 2101833.
I'm Sari Khairunnisa. You may address me Kai or Icha, and my student ID card is 21018034. Okay, so did you remember what is procedural or procedure text? Yeah, a procedure text or procedural text is a text that explains or help us how to make or use something. And social function from procedural text is to describe how something is completely done. Are you confused? Don't confuse about that. We can learn in this video together. So, let's start with
The first explanation by Salsabila.
Today we are going to answer several questions about procedure text. So if you are interested, please watch this video. And then now this is procedure text. Please take a look before we are start to answer the question.
You can pause the video and you are able to write that.
Okay, I hope you have to read this text. So after we read procedure text about checking out website, now we move on to check our understanding to answer several questions on this text. Let's try to answer together. Number 1. Blah blah blah. After all this, check the date of the source. Okay, to find the answer of this question, we use scanning. Why we use scanning? We know that scanning is a fast reading technique to look the specific information. So if you want to know the answer of the procedure text and this section, we use scanning. Okay? Don't forget to use scanning because you don't need to read all of the word, all of the sentence. We just need to read the same meaning. Okay, let's move to number 1. Number 1 is blah blah blah. First, check the URL to find out who published the information. Okay, I give you 3 seconds again to answer this question. Start from now. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you got it? I hope you got it. Okay, let's try to answer together. From the text we have known before. We have read the text, so we can conclude the answer of number 1. Number 2, it is in number 1. Again, we use scanning to find the answer. Is it Sam? You have a Sam you have some answers like me? I hope so, okay? Let's move to number 3. The question is blah blah blah. Next, decide whether you think this person is qualified to write about the subject. Okay, I give you 4 seconds. Now, I give you 4 seconds. Start from now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. Okay. Let's try to answer together. From the text, we just need to focus on what we want to know. So the answer of number 3, it is in number 3. Why? Because there are some meaning, yes, like decide whether you think this person is qualified to write about the subject. Okay, it has a meaning with part 3 or number 3. I hope you are understand. Okay, let's try to answer the number 4. Now I'll give you maybe 5 seconds. Maybe it's a little bit hard. Okay. Oh no. I'll give you 10 seconds. Okay. Start from now. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Done. Okay, you have done? I hope so. Okay, let's try to answer together. In this part, we can find the answer after we use scanning. Okay, so the answer it is in number 4. You got it? I hope you got it. Let's try to answer number 5, the last question. Okay, blah blah blah. Then check the about me page to find out more about who wrote the article. So I give you 4 seconds to answer this question. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. You have done? Okay, let's answer this question together. Okay, in this section, look at the word that has a meaning with part in number 3. So in this section, the answer is also in number 3. Okay, you got it? Of course you got it. You are gorgeous people. I hope you can understand. Sorry for my mistake.
Next to Feby Febriani.
In this section, I will invite you to answer some question with me. So let's see. After we read some example from procedure text before, we have 5 questions. Okay, we start from question number 1. What is the type of the text? After we know the characteristic of the text, we know the text is procedure text. And we move to question number 2. First, then, next, and finally, they are. As we know, they are in language features of procedure text. They are temporal conjunction. and you should remember it. Question number 3. Mention examples of imperative sentences in the text above. If you read the text example from procedural text before, you can find some imperative sentences such as check the URL, think about the purpose of writing, and look at the date of publication. So, question number 4. What is the purpose of the text? The purpose of the text to tell the reader how to evaluate a website before we accept what it is telling us. The last questions mention the use of action verb from the text above. After we read, we should find the action verb from the text procedural because they are characteristic from procedural text. In this text, we found words like look, think, and check as the action verb from this text. Are you found it? Okay, I think that's all from me. I hope you understand about it, and see you again.
Now, for Rati, time is yours.
I will explain about the reading comprehensions of the text too. Okay, the goal or the title of the procedure text we talk now is how to make a pencil holder. That's what we need to make the pencil holder, or what the materials we need to make a pencil holder. First is a clean plastic bottle of water. Second is a sharp cutter, and the third is some glue. The fourth is some paints, and the last a piece of white paper or colorful paper. Okay, we continue to the steps. First, wash the plastic bottle and then make sure it has been cleaned when you use it. Second, cut the bottle into 2 halves. Next, wrap the bottle with a piece of colorful paper. Then, if you use white paper, use a paint to color it. Finally, your pencil holder ready to use. Okay, next we continue to the questions part. There are 7 questions to this procedure text. The first question is, how many steps are there in this procedure text? To answer these questions, we can see in the steps parts. We can see with the keywords of the temporal conjunctions, such as first, second, next, and finally. And then in this text, we can see that there are some temporal conjunctions such as first, second, next, then, and then finally. So we can conclude that there are 5 steps in this procedure text. So the answer is 5 steps. We continue to the second question. The question is, wrap the bottle with a piece of colorful paper. The word wraps closest meaning to. There are some choices in these questions. To answer these questions, we can see the choices one by one. The choices color is not closest meaning to the wrap. The word with the closest meaning to wrap is A in case. So we can choose the correct answer is A. Okay, we continue to the third question. The question is, we ... after cleaning the bottle. This question means that what should we do after we are cleaning the bottle? To answer these questions, we should look to the steps part. We can see that in the first step we clean the bottle. So the answer is the second step is cut the bottle into 2 halves is the correct answer. Okay, we continue to the 4 questions. The questions is, how can we decorate a pencil holder? To answer these questions, we can see in the steps part. We can see in the third steps, which is wrap the plastic bottle with a colorful paper. So the answer for these questions is A. Use a colorful paper. The fifth question is, what is the social functions of the procedure text? This question is the common question to a procedure text. So we can see the options one by one. So the correct answer for the social functions to the procedure text is D. The social function is to inform the reader how to make or how to do something. We continue to the sixth questions, which is, what is this text about? To answer these questions, we can see the goal or the title of this procedure text. In this procedure text, the goal is how to make a pencil holder. So the answer for these questions is, the text is about how to make a pencil holder. The last question is, what is the purpose of this text? To answer these questions, we can see that the common social functions of the procedure text is to inform the readers how to make or how to do something. So the purpose of this procedure text is to inform the reader how to make a pencil holder.
Okay, let's start with the text. The text is about how to make something.
You are able to pause and write that.
And the ingredients are 50 grams of soft butter, 110 grams of Chester sugar, 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and also 110 grams of self-rising flour. And to decorate it, we need 50 grams of butter, 50 grams Chester sugar, 1 teaspoon yellow food coloring, and also colored sweet. The steps to make it are: first, mix the sugar, butter, eggs, and vanilla extract in a bowl. Second, add the flour and mix it all together slowly. Next, carefully all of the mixture into a cupcake case and bake them in the oven for 8 until 10 minutes. Then, take the cake out and let it cool. While waiting, make the icing. Mix the sugar, butter, and food coloring until creamy to make the icing. After that, cover the cupcake with the icing. And finally, sprinkle some candies on it.
Alright, after we read and look at the text 3 by Sari Aprilia, now there are 5 questions about the text. Yeah, about the procedural text. However, I just answered 3 questions, begin from number 1 until number 3. And then, yeah, are you curious about that? So let's go. The first question. Okay, we can see in there. The first question is, the most possible title for the recipe is blah blah blah. How to answer the first question, guys? Don't worry. The first step, we should read the text again. But you don't need to read all of the text, okay? Just the point. We can use the skimming skill here. You know the skimming skill? Skimming skill is a skill of reading in which the reader reads the text quickly to have an idea of the concept, subject, and main points and essences without regard to excessive details. Basically, skimming tells you what information is contained in this section or in the document as a whole. In this case, the direct its eyes quickly to the top of the large package of material to select the main point. Okay guys, So, we can answer the most possible title for the recipe is, we can look at the ingredients. Maybe we don't get the point right, just come on the common point, maybe how to make cake, maybe, or how to make food, I don't know too. So we can try to read to decorate, and yeah, same with the ingredient, just common, right? So we can read the step how to make it. The first, mix the sugar, butter, no, it is the common. And then second, add the flour mix, yeah, just the common. And then in the next, carefully spoon all of the mixture into cupcakes. Wow, we get the point. It is about cupcakes. So in this last step 2, we get the point, right? After that, cover the cupcake. Yeah, we know from the skimming skill, the title for the recipe is how to make cupcakes. Okay, next, the second question. You can look it in here, I think. Okay, yeah, the question number 2 is, based on the text, what is the goal of the text? Alright, you can answer right, or we can show no, guys. Okay, don't worry, I can tell to you about the answer the question. Okay, yeah, the answer the second question, according to social function from procedure text, we can know it is to describe how something is completely done. Okay, is something, how to make something is completely done. Thus, the goal of the text is to give information or to give direction how to make completely cupcakes for everyone. It is the answer, guys. Okay, we can next in the last question from me. Yeah, the third question. Next, the third question we can hear in there. Okay, so the third question, how many steps according to the text to reach the goal of the recipe? Yeah, in this question, we are able to scanning skill. It is the answer, okay? How to use scanning skill? Actually, refers to the reading technique in which the reader or us moves our eyes throughout the text to find a particular keyword that is in our mind. Scanning tells you or tells us where our needs information in the text. So look at the step in there, right? We find temporal conjunction. There are first, second, next, then, and after that, and finally. So there are 6 temporal conjunction in the text. There are the answer from the third question. How many steps according to the text to reach the goal of the recipe? The answer is there are 6 steps. Okay, maybe that's all from me. I hope you are understand, guys, with my explanation from the question number 1 until the question number 3. Okay?
Okay, I will explain the question number 4 and 5. This is the question. Number 4. What will be happen to the mixture if we bake more than 10 minutes? Okay, to answer this question, we need to read the step how to make it. And we don't need to read the ingredients or how to decorate. We just need to read the steps. Now, in this step, we can use our reading skill. There is scanning. We can scan the text. and find how long, so we can find the time how long this cake will be baked. So from the text we know that the time is for 8 until 10 minutes. After we found the time, we can conclude that we cannot bake it for more than 10 minutes because in the text it is explained we can only bake it 8 until 10 minutes. So we can know if it is more than that, then the cake will be scorched, and also if it is less than that, the cake is not cooked well. Next, the question number 5. This is the question. Which word of the text that has meaning taking care or paying attention of the text? So, to answer this question, we can use our reading skill. There is skimming. We can skimming the step how to make a cupcake, and then we can find a similar word with the keyword. Before we do the skimming, we can find the similar word with the paying attention or taking care. So, we search the synonym or similarly with the paying attention or taking care, and we can know that paying attention or taking care it has the similar meaning with the to do it be careful. So it's mean the similar word with the paying attention or taking care is careful. After we know what is the similar word with the paying attention or taking care, we can see which the statement tell us to be careful in doing it. And this is the statement. In this text, we have to pay attention to things. First, we have to be careful in including all the mixture. And the second, we have to pay attention to how long we have to bake it. It must 8 until 10 minutes, no more or no less than it.
Alright, that's all from us explanation about the procedural or the procedure text. And after watch the video, we hope all of us guys more understand about how to know procedure text and how to answer the question from the type of text. And yeah, Audrey Hepburn said, nothing is impossible. The word itself says impossible. Okay guys, see you in the next video. Bye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.